What's good, y'all? It's your girl Alexis and Victoria with Sip and Speak Sessions. We are back again like we never left. We are on season 3, episode 3. So, let's keep the momentum going. But how are you doing today, sis?
I'm chilling. I'm
Feel
chilling.
like a villain? I know we ain't talked to each other in a minute, so I know we was catching up earlier today on all the shits.
Yeah. Life happens. We both got a lot going on.
Mhm.
But like you said, it's like we talk on a regular basis. You
Yeah,
know.
and it's one thing about us though, because I feel like all my friendships are different. But like with Victoria, like it's always like I never miss a beat. So we could go for like a couple months. We can go for a couple days, couple weeks, like we've done it all, and it'll still be like we ain't missed shit.
We went a couple years at one point, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
We
Where it's
sure
like
went
we
for a
might
couple.
comment on each other's posts here and there. That was like college. College was college was crazy.
That was college and my whole 7-year relationship. That was the whole thing.
But like
Yeah.
look, it's like look where we are now and how much we've grown and just progressed. Like what I know now, I wonder what it'd be like had I known it back then. But then again, it's like I needed those moments. Cause
That's crazy because you say that, right? And I was talking to my boss yesterday at work and I had asked him, I said, if you can go back to the age of 10 with the knowledge you have now, right? Everything you know now, if you can go back to the age of 10 and basically with the same knowledge, how do you think life would be different?
at 10,
10 years old. And I
I,
mean everything that you know as far as like COVID happening, uh the president, Obama, everything that you've been through since the age of 10 up until now, with all the knowledge you've gained, right?
mm-hmm,
At the age of 10, you can go back.
mm-hmm.
How would things be different?
I feel like I would probably be overwhelmed because my thing is we love the truth and we love the knowledge and the unknown of all the things that we want to know is going to happen, but sometimes when you know too much, that shit, you yourself will fuck some shit up because you know too damn much.
Facts.
Like I don't want to know when that love of my life is just gonna drop on one knee. I don't want to know that. I want God to surprise me on every key aspect. I don't want to know when that next big job or these entrepreneurial ventures are going to hit. Just surprise me because I know whatever I'm doing now is working towards that anyways. I don't need to know everything. Because people used to be like, you just think you know everything, and it's like, the fuck I don't.
Okay,
And
so the way I look at it is like this. If I could go back to the age of 10 with the knowledge that I know now, I would set myself up in a better position financially.
okay, I agree with that.
Meaning,
Yeah.
like this whole business adventure, I would have started this whole resin shit
A
back
long
then,
time ago.
and I would have
Yeah.
been booming. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even need me and you in this whole podcast situation. You see what I'm
Oh
saying? We could have
yeah, we
started
would
this
have
back in high
been.
school. If we had started this back in high school, boy, we'd be popping.
They wouldn't know what to do with us,
You
like,
see what
because
I'm
high
saying?
school was one. Now it's something great because we can articulate ourselves, but I could just imagine the comedy and
Bruh.
just everything around it. We would have been a hot ass mess.
Man, and people would have been into it just because of the comedy. Just the comedy in general in high school would have been
Yes.
dope. But to
And
see it go from comedy to grown woman shit, you see me?
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, I would have definitely put more effort into that. You see what I'm saying?
But it makes me look even back, even though this is a 2-year-old podcast. I look back on some of the shit in 2020, like when I was uploading the videos on YouTube, because we on YouTube by the way now. But when I was uploading the
Oh,
video, like and subscribe. But when I was
I can't with you.
But when I was I just lost my fucking train of thought.
Uploading the videos.
Yeah, when I was uploading the videos, like some of this shit, I was just like, damn, like just knowing what was going on behind the scenes, and just some of this shit was just, it's humorous now. Yeah. And I just look back on it, I'm just like, that's hella funny. Just how where things are now, where they were.
Right.
Since starting this podcast. And I'm just like, right. Okay, I'm in awe. But yeah, so what was diving into the topic of discussion today? What do you want to bring up? Because I know you have some things on your mind.
I was thinking, we can finish the topic like this. It kind of goes into the topic I want to talk about, like just living in your natural truth and your self peace, and just being happy with yourself. You know what I mean? And not feeling like you have to have that person or that thing to satisfy your happiness. You see what I mean? Like, I've been real heavy on that. So ever since me and my ex broke up, I've been real heavy on just like self-happiness. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've been spending there's been days like in the morning time, I would get up and after I take my baby to school, I'll go sit at the park and fucking smoke and listen to music and just vibe by myself until I have to be at work, which is a good hour, maybe 2 hours, just in the park chilling by myself. And it'd be like the best experience. You know what I mean? Like just
the best.
Just chilling. It'd be dope.
I agree. What does that look like to you though?
What?
Like, just living in your truth and now finding your peace of mind. Like, what does that look like for you? Because I know what it looks like when we're searching for it. And now I know what it looks like when I have it. Because the search. Woo!
That's a whole roller coaster.
I'm saying.
That's a whole roller coaster.
The search is.
I mean, even when you find it though, even when you find that true, like peace within yourself, there's still roller coasters. There's still roller coasters.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But those roller coasters are more durable.
Yes, because you are equipped, not the machine itself that you're trying to get an understanding for. It's the fact that you're equipped to now handle whatever bumps come your way. So if you got a loop-de-loop that you're dealing with, you know how to handle that loop-de-loop now.
Exactly.
You got that 100-foot drop. You done dealt with that too. You done dealt with something that you see coming, and you done dealt with some shit that just came.
Yeah.
We got two sides of the spectrum now.
I don't know. I've also realized too, like, I've come across a lot of friendship over the last 2 years. Ever since my relationship ended, I've come across a lot of people who I've become really good friends with that are in unhealthy, unhappy relationships. And when they come to me and ask me, how do you why do you seem so happy? Why do you just every day I see you're smiling? I said, that's because I spent time to be by myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you spend time by yourself, you know what you want, you know what you don't want, you know what you can handle, you know what you can't handle. And when you bring that other person into your space, they have to know what you will and will not tolerate.
Yes.
And if they can't respect that, then they don't belong in your circle.
But not only that, it's like when somebody new is coming in, right? Anytime we enter into somebody's life, we're wanting to be taught who they are, how they move, how they function. If I don't even have the instruction manual for my damn self, I certainly
how am I going to give you? How am I going to
give it to you?
Right.
I can't give you the roadmap to my heart.
Right. Because I don't even know the own roadmap to my own heart. Right.
Hello. I can't tell you how you fall in love with Alexis if Alexis ain't fell in love with Alexis.
That part right there.
But when
That
Alexis
part right
fell in
there.
love with Alexis, it was a whole, and I
It was
think
a
it
whole
took
eye opener.
it took my last relationship though, because my last relationship taught me how open my heart is willing to be. It just has to be with the right person. It showed me like the sacrifices I'm willing to make, because to me, love is sacrifice. I looked at the sacrifices I was willing to make, and just how I don't, like, everybody goes through their highs and lows in their life. And I was able to see for myself, oh, you can be there through the highs and lows with somebody. Like, no brainer. So I was just thinking to myself, like, just imagine when you not only do that with yourself, but it reflects with the right person that you're supposed to do it with. It just comes full circle. I had to fall in love with myself. I was like, okay, because sometimes you get into this space where you're just like, can I handle this real ass relationship that I'm talking about I'm wanting?
Right.
Can I handle this real ass environment of friendship that I want? Because it's not only for my romantic partners, but I'm in a whole new space of even just my friendships, because now what I'm asking for is a little bit more than what I was asking for before. Because with friends, it's almost like you kind of let it slide. They just are who they are. But when you in a relationship, you don't do that shit. You don't let no
Right. Right.
shit
The
slide.
same
So
way, the same way I feel like when it comes to the level of respect, okay,
yes.
the same way I expect my partner to respect me, I expect my friends to respect me the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's a different level because I'm fucking this person, but I'm not fucking this person. But at the same time, for the basic level of basic respect, you can't give me that. You got to go.
Period. And like for me now, what I'm noticing, what I want with the people in my life, period, is consistency. I'm no longer, I can no
Give you the
longer,
best.
I can no longer accept inconsistency, because I'm
Give you the
changing my
best.
consistency. So I
Right.
gotta have people that can match my fly with that shit. Not just my partner, my best friend, my soul tribe. Because my partner,
Mm-hmm.
my friends, that's all a part of my soul tribe. And now I'm like, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
need a certain thing. I can't have no friends that want to be stagnant. I want to know that I got a friend where they want to grow with me as their friend too. How we may have, been compatible and linked with certain topics at one point, but now we like, shit, my mind on a whole nother level. So
Right.
let's start diving into this, that, and the third. See, like
Right.
before, you and I's friendship was like, the podcast topic discussion. Now our whole discussion is about entrepreneurship. It expanded.
Fact. Fact.
That's what I'm looking for. Expansion. I don't want no stagnancy. Not no more. Cause it's like sometimes you look like, why am I still friends with these people? And they don't give a fuck about me. They don't even think twice about me.
Okay, so look, I had this conversation with a couple other people, and I realized like there's certain people that I fuck with, and then there's certain people that I fuck with real tough. Okay.
Yep, same.
And the people that I fuck with, they always wonder why I don't fuck with them the same way I fuck with this person. And it's like me and this person, our mindsets and the way we move are way different than than when you and I are together. Because when I'm with you,
Right.
I try to talk to you about like opening up a business or going to school or something that's more than what we're doing here. And it's
Mhm.
like I get shut down. So I've
Get
realized,
pushback.
okay, you're the friend that I talk to about just day to day shit, nothing important, nothing the drama and all that shit. And then this is a group of people that I fuck with when it comes to like starting a business, going to school, actually making up a business plan. You see what I'm saying? Like, ooh, speaking of business plans, did I tell you I was in school? I told you I was in school.
Hmm. Yeah,
Did I tell you my first class my first psychology class I passed with a B?
that's what I'm talking about.
He Hey,
But I know that's something you wanted to do.
yeah, I've
So
been
it's
wanting to go
like
back to school.
the fact that you're doing it. And this is my thing about anything. There's no timeline. The problem is we're in such a system where time is such an illusion and it's a very sensitive topic that it makes everybody else sensitive. Like, oh, I only have a certain amount of time to achieve this. Oh, if I don't go to college between these certain ages, I fucking failed. And my thing is
Yeah,
college ain't even the only outlet either.
it's not.
And that's
It's not.
something I'm learning that, when my seeds come out and I have kids, I will let them know there's nothing wrong with doing other things outside of school. And my only thing is, as long as you got a plan, your mama gonna always support you, period.
Right.
But
As
you
long as
gotta
you got
have
a
a
plan, we
plan.
good. As long as you got a plan, we good.
hmm I don't like, because I mean, we grew up as 90s babies. We grew up in an era where the parents said at 18, you on your own. And it's
Yeah.
it's
See,
a little different
when I
now.
was, yeah,
Because I feel like even our moms probably said that to us, but it took maybe having more kids than just us to be like, oh wait, that's not how it goes. Because my thing is, you telling your kids you on your own at 18 is basically setting them up for failure, because you do
okay.
not
So
have the tools at 18.
this is what my mom told me. My mom told all three of her kids, me and both my brothers. She said, at the age of 18, you got three options: college,
Military.
military, homeless shelter. Them is your options. And what you do with that is your choice. You don't go to college, you better join the military. You ain't gonna join the military, you gonna be homeless, because that's it.
Shit out of luck.
That's
Yeah.
it. And yeah, I went off to college. I thought about joining the military, but then I ain't gonna lie, I probably could have, but me moving all the way off to fucking North Carolina with no parent, no supervision, I kind of just, I ain't gonna lie, like we fucked off my first year of college. I did.
Yeah.
I was out by myself, no fucking adult around breathing on my shoulder, nothing. My grades were cool, but as far as like staying on top of going to, getting up in the morning and going to PT for the Air Force and all that shit, I was like, fuck that, I'm tired. I ain't getting up. I ain't doing that.
Yeah. And
Nope.
I did ROTC freshman year, and I
After
was gonna try to be an
ROTC.
officer and everything like that. Like I was all for it. But the only thing that changed my mind with the military, well, two things. For one, the unit that I was with at UT was very racist. And it was like, it's almost like they didn't like seeing Black people know their shit. So like freshman year in college, going to UT's unit for the Air Force, they're teaching shit that I learned freshman year in high school in JROTC. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like it just puts into perspective. Like I already knew how to march. I'm over here like, okay, when we learning column rights and column lefts, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because I already know this shit. When am I gonna see these motherfuckers actually march? You know what I'm saying? Like, just wait. Like, okay, who's
You walked
next?
in like, baby,
Right, been there, done that. What's
where
next?
you at? Catch up. Catch
Hello,
up.
like we've been there,
Hello.
been there. You know what I mean? But then the second thing was, it was the whole idea of, when I have my own family, I'm going to essentially miss out on some key shit that I find important. So that's what changed my mind. I was like, I have to be there, because I know what it's like when the parent isn't there. So I was just like, I can only imagine when my presence is there, the impact it'll have on my child.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
for me, it's like my duty. I have to be there for the fundamental stages of teaching them emotional intelligence. Like that is so important to me because we don't learn emotional intelligence as kids. I'm gonna be very honest with you because they tell you,
No,
okay, wipe your tears, suck it up, you crying too much, keep it moving.
move on. Quit being so
Yeah.
sensitive.
But
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
like I'm gonna be that type of
That's
mother
why.
where I see my baby crying. Okay, let me go get her favorite snacks. We're gonna have us a little spa day. And at some point, she gonna be comfortable and relaxed enough to tell me what the hell is going on. Not saying that I'm always gonna have the answers and be able to fix everything, but it's to show them there's a safe space to let it out versus internalizing that shit and always trying to figure it out for yourself. We can't figure
Right.
out everything. There are key things you have to learn with emotional intelligence by yourself, but everything, no. It required a
But see,
second party.
that right there that goes back to the original topic of self-love and inner peace,
Mhm.
because as an adult, now that I have a better understanding of it, I can now instill that into my child. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Better than I've been doing, but now that I have a better understanding, because when I first had her, my level of emotional intelligence was definitely not there for sure.
Yeah,
But
'cause
now,
trial and
but
error.
now years have gone by and she's getting older and communicating a little bit better, and I'm finding inner peace within myself. It's also showing her that how to find inner peace within herself.
But what it's also telling her is my home is at peace because my mother is at peace. Because that what little it's like we become adults and sometimes forget as children just how observant we were. We knew when our parents weren't at peace because it reflected in the home. So you're teaching
Definitely.
her this is what it looks like being at peace. So then you can know what it looks like, not necessarily know what it feels like because your feeling of peace could be totally different from my feeling of peace. But it
True.
is to show you you are safe
Yes. This is
emotionally,
a
mentally, spiritually, physically. You are safe right now because it trickles down. If the head of the household is good, guess what? Kid's gonna be good.
oh yeah. I used to say that to my baby daddy. Because when he would like get on me and about a bunch of non just stupid shit, I
Mm-hmm.
would say to him, if I'm good, your baby good. You know what I mean? You will want your baby mama to be good, because then if your baby mama's good, then your baby is good. Not necessarily like when I say that, I mean like making sure she's mentally okay. Like, I'm not saying you have to financially take care of me because I'm grown. You don't have to do that. I mean, as far as making sure that I'm okay mentally. If I'm mentally okay without you beating me up, with your words, then your baby gonna be all right. See what
That
I'm saying? Just
and it
like I
I know it
gotta
can
make
be
sure
tough.
he's mentally okay so that my baby's okay.
Yeah.
But
And I know it can
that
be tough when both
that's
parents aren't on the same page, though, like where one parent is at peace and the other parent isn't at peace. But the key there is not trying to shelter your kid from it, but rather to teach them when you see other people at peace. Now that you know what it looks like to be in a peaceful space, this is how you can provide peace, even when you're surrounded by chaos.
mm,
It teaches them two lessons though, because I can't just know peace in peace. I have to know how to have peace in chaos because that's when I get the most challenge. I get more chaos having to challenge me to be at peace than I do just
yeah.
being peaceful.
It's crazy. I've had a few of my friends just recently
Mm-hmm.
tell me that when they're around me, they feel uh peace. They feel, you know, what's the
Yep.
word she used?
Serene. It's just, yeah.
I don't know. They were just like, basically, when we're around you, we just feel so much like at ease, so much calmness. Just it just be chilling. And I'm like, I'm just a chill ass person. Like I be chilling. I don't
That's
know.
it. It's only when
Oh,
people want to open up Pandora's box is when you'll get Bay Area Alexis. But for the most part, people can't even get me to that point these days. Like it takes a lot
Yeah, I
to
think I
take
got
you
I
there
think I got real ratchet at my job one time.
now.
One time, and everybody was like, what the hell?"
It's cool when they do it. It's a
Everybody was
problem
like,
when
"Oh
I
my
do it.
god." So now everybody looks at me and they go, "You good?" I'm like, "I'm good. Like I'm chilling."
Mhm.
Y'all know what it takes to get me to that point. And now people, then now I don't necessarily want to say walk on eggshells, but people are more careful of what they
They
say
tread
to
lightly.
me because of that whole situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like I had to create, it was still like a tough thing to learn how to create boundaries at work. Because for me, because I'm so in tune with myself now and I know my worth and I know what I bring to the table, I'm not going to let you lowball me
right,
just because you need somebody to fulfill some duties, which they've seen me
right,
fulfill. But now you're asking me to make that my everyday duty, which means I need you to give me some everyday shmoney. And if you
right.
and if you can't
Okay,
give me no everyday shmoney, it's no hard feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I might be able
it's
to
no
help you
hard
with a
feelings.
solution but I'm not going to do it, in other words, because it's selfish reasons why you asking me to fulfill it in the first damn place. And you think
Okay,
I'm finna go backwards?
that's really funny because I literally just had this conversation with my boss the other day because he asked me straight up, "Be a part of my um trainer committee where you're a certified trainer?" And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Yeah, that's fine. That means I get more money." And he was all like, "Oh no, we took away the $2 incentive when you become a trainer." First of all, so you want me to train these people? You're giving me more responsibilities, but you don't want to pay me to do these responsibilities? Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
The
I will
math
do it if I get
ain't
paid,
mapping.
but I'm not gonna do this. No, because that's like management. If I'm a certified trainer, I feel like that's a form of management, and you're not gonna have me execute management like duties if I'm not getting paid like a management. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But my thing is, when what bothers me is they make the disclaimer, you don't have to do this, right? So we keep that in the back of our head. We're like, okay. But it's when they come to you to ask you, why don't you want to do it? And then they try to come back with an argument for it. But my thing is, that's not what this conversation was for. This conversation wasn't for a debate. This conversation was
Right,
for understanding and clarity. You wanted to know where I was coming from. Because now you're telling me that you're listening to respond to me now. So now I know how I
right,
got to approach the conversation, which is okay, you want to debate, then I'll debate. That's perfectly
right,
fine. Because my thing is,
right.
what worked for you, just because you chose not to get paid to do duties that weren't your duties, that's one thing. That may not work for me. And only
It's
reason
one
why I've
thing.
done those duties for the promotional position is because that person was out. They were sick or something. So it's like you can't say I don't know how to do the duties because I've done the duties already. What I'm
Right,
now understanding is, let me chill out, because now I noticed some people starting to undervalue me. That's what it
mhm,
showed me. I still do
mhm,
my job to the best of my ability, but I learned how to move around y'all and set boundaries for myself, that you're not just gonna walk over me
mhm,
and dictate
mhm.
how, and then to try to offer my duties to somebody else. Like, nah, son.
All right. As much as I enjoyed this conversation, I got 10 minutes before I got to dip up out of here for work, my love.
I know, because I just saw the timer go up, so I was waiting for us to do like a little nice little kumbaya close.
Let's do a kumbaya. Kumbaya.
But it was
Oh, man.
it feels good, like bringing this back, the podcast back, and more to come. Like I'm literally shooting another episode later tonight with my friend Ashley. So like stay tuned. Like we
Oh,
just
get it in. Get it
it's
in,
like
boy.
we gotta just
Yes.
keep dropping the content because it's like it builds that momentum and it's like now I feel that momentum and it's like we going now. I'm rested because I feel like you gotta go through those rest periods and then blast off again. It's cycles. Everything is cycles. You can't be on 100 all the time. You're gonna be on 0 too. So that's what I had to learn. But
I must say,
yeah.
while we're on recording, you look cute, girl.
Thank you.
All
Don't put
right,
me on
don't
the
let that go
spot.
to your head. Don't let it
Don't
go
put
to
me on the
your head.
spot. But get ready for work. Be great. Don't let these hoes take you out of your zen today. I hope it's filled with laughter and coins. So
of course, we don't work for free.
make
We
that
do not work for free.
thing. But yeah, we'll continue. This is more to come. This is just the start. We just letting you know we back like we never.
This is just the beginning, girl. Just the beginning.
Period.
All right, let's